Late night MLB game Friday night, May the 17th. We're looking at Rockies and Giants. This game is one of the Major League Baseball Network games at 10 o'clock Eastern. In fact, the other one is Reds Dodgers. They're going to be going back and forth, and I've got that game free on my page, SteveMerrillWagerTalk.com. So you can get both of these late night games, one on my page and then a deep dive into the Rockies Giants in this video coming up free for you, and a way to make some money in just a moment. Hi, once again, this is SteveMerrillWagerTalk.com back here on Wager Talk TV, and we're looking at your late night game between what many people considered one of the worst teams in the league, the Colorado Rockies. And about a week ago, that would have been the right assessment, as Colorado had started the season a miserable 8-28 straight up. But don't look now. They're the hottest team in baseball. They've won 7 straight games, 8-28 straight up, 7-0 straight up since. And we see this so often in the second quarter of the baseball season. You know, the worst team in baseball this year has been by far the Chicago White Sox. They started 3-22. And then going into last week, they were the most profitable team over a 10-game span against the money line. Even the worst teams in baseball win 50 or more games. The Oakland A's last year won 50 games after that horrendous season. Colorado only has 15 wins, so yes, they can win an 8th game in a row. I am a little concerned that they had yesterday off. They traveled after the 3-game sweep in Texas, went to San Diego with no rest, kept the momentum going, at home against Texas, then traveled to San Diego with no rest and swept them also. But now they have a day off to go from San Diego, short trip up to San Francisco. So maybe a little bit of complacency sets in. But once again, the only way to play this game, in my opinion, is the dog, and the sharp money agrees. We saw this line open as high as minus 180 San Francisco. It's been bet down to minus 140 now. So some heavy early sharp money on the Rockies. And you want to ride hot teams. And one of the reasons teams get hot is offensive momentum. The same hitters are in the lineup every day. You have a different pitcher on the mound every night, different bullpen relievers coming in. But the offensive lineup is where the ebb and flow happens. And during this current hot streak over the past week, 7 different Colorado Rocky hitters in that lineup are batting over 300. So this is a hot lineup. They're seeing the ball well. Maybe the day off cools them off. We shall see. But if you're going to play it, the dog price plus $1.25 is the only way I would go. You can also take a look at the run line. Getting a little pricey, though, now at plus 1.5, minus 170. So what you might want to consider are a couple alternative options here. Many books offer a plus 1 run line. If you don't have a plus 1, you can make your own. How do you do it? You put half on the money line straight up, half on the plus 1.5 run line, and you're getting the juice down to minus 130 instead of minus 170. You're cutting it in half. So once again, a plus 1 run line minus 130 I think is probably the safest option, especially considering this should be a low-scoring game based on the total at least. 7.5, and we're even seeing a 7 now at one of the sharper leading indicator books offshore. So the plus 1 gives you extra protection in a low-price game like this. But I'm not in a hurry to bet the under. In fact, if more 7s start to show, I would lean over 7. Now, I see it at one of the offshore books as we check the Wager Talk live odds screen Friday afternoon. All the others are juiced 7 under 20 minus 25. So by 10 o'clock Eastern tonight, this late game, we might see more 7s. At 7 or less, I do like the over. 7 is a very key number. 7 and 9 are both key numbers because a game can't end 3-3. If it gets to 3-3, it's got to go to extra innings and hit at least 7 or more. So if we get this down to 7, I do like the Rockies and Giants over as well. Colorado, as I mentioned, red hot offensively. Yes, they've won 7 straight, but more importantly, they've had double-digit hits in 6 of their last 8 games. They've now gone over 6 of their last 8 as well have gone over the total during that span. Giants have been a little cooler offensively, but they have hit a little bit better recently with 4 runs or more in 4 of their last 5. So if we get down to 7 or less, I do like the over in this game. Rocky team total over 3.5 could be worth a look as well. Kyle Harrison makes a start for the Giants, and he is a 22-year-old that was drafted 3rd round last year, drafted 3rd round 4 years ago, made his debut last year, and he's had pretty good numbers so far this season with a 1.3 whip, 3.4 ERA in his 9 big league starts, and one of the very strong outings, his best outing actually, was earlier this season against San Francisco just a few weeks ago, 10 days ago on May 7th. But because of that, I think the Rockies will be more comfortable with him now, and that's another reason why this line was inflated, and we've seen sharp money come in on Colorado, is that the second time through, I look for the Rockies to hit Harrison better. And by the way, he caught them right before they got hot offensively. In fact, that was the first game before this current run of 6 out of 8 overs and 6 out of 8 double-digit hit games was that lackluster 5-0 loss against Harrison 10 days ago. So it's a revenge spot for Colorado. The hitters will be more familiar. It's yet another reason to like the Rockies, like the over. Colorado team total over 3.5 makes sense as well. That's your 10:15 Eastern national TV game on MLB Network. It's being traded on and off different parts of the country with the Reds Dodgers, And oh, by the way, I've got a free play in that Reds-Dodgers game on my page right now with analysis, free for everybody. Check it out, Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. And while you're there, get a strong $5 best bet tonight in Major League Baseball. Normally it's $25. That's an instant 80% discount because it is Customer Appreciation Friday. My top baseball client best bet is just $5 tonight. If you've been waiting for a great time to try out baseball, go get it right now. By the way, also both side and total in the NBA playoff Game 6 between the Knicks and Pacers, a 2-for-1 NBA best bet special as well. All Sports is a great way to go. I know the $5 offer is tempting, but if you want to win consistently, you really should consider playing each and every day. This week through this weekend, you can get a 30% discount on any All Sports package with promo code ALL30, 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 instant 30% discount on an All Sport All Access. If you want both of those NBA best bets and the baseball best bet, I highly recommend an All Sports subscription. You can do even the one day. It's normally $39, get it down to $27 with that 30% discount. It's good for any All Sports package. All 30 is your instant 30% discount. Or once again, if you want to sample that baseball best bet tonight, it's a great time to try it for just $5 because it's Customer Appreciation Friday on my page, Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com, and go get that bonus free play as well. Get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Don't forget to comment below. I read all the comments here. Who do you like tonight on Friday in baseball? What are your thoughts on these late games? Comment below. I read the comments. I reply back. Thumbs up, like. Click that thumbs up, like. Take half a second. Do it real quickly. It's greatly appreciated. It helps keep the free content here plentiful each and every day. Thumbs up, like. Subscribe and click the bell for instant alerts if you want to know when these free play videos go up each day. And also when my NBA playoff videos go up. I have a deep dive into Game 6 tonight here on the channel. Check out that NBA playoff video as well. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and X, at Steve Merrill. 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merrill on Twitter and X. And I'm also found on Instagram. Follow me on IG as well. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV for more great content coming up next.